Hello my friends, this is Linol Anderson here with you guys with a brand new YouTube BitChute video. In today's video, I'm going to be exposing all this nonsense about, oh, Donald Trump might get arrested and this and that, and how this is all just a big distraction, psychological operation being run by the NWO to distract you from what's truly going on. And I'm going to tell you what's truly going on, and you better well believe that Donald J. Trump is a big part of this show that's going on. Do not be deceived by this man, okay? So we're going to get all into that. But before I do, I'm just going to encourage everybody to hit that subscribe button. As I say, subscribe to survive. I'm exposing the NWO agenda and everything else that's happening in the world. And please give old Lionel a like on this video. It helps me so much. Get this video to more people. Leave a comment down below. It all helps me out. And just a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, CBD Pure. You can get the best CBD products. I think they ship to United States, Canada, United Kingdom. It's legal in all these countries now. Great for anxiety, pain. Definitely check it out, my friends. Link is down low in the description. Now let's just get right into it. All right. So, Donald Trump has not been arrested as of right now, okay? Which I believe is March 23rd as I make this video. But as you see, as the thumbnail of this video, there's a picture of him getting arrested, right? Well, guess what? This is a part of the agenda, I believe, too. But that is an AI-generated image. That's right. They are unleashing this AI technology, and these photos of Trump getting arrested have been going all over the internet, fooling people, and it really shows the power of this AI technology. Take a look at these pictures. Isn't that realistic, my friends? Geez. So I think this is something they're doing to start getting this technology out there. They're going to start using deep fakes, stuff to confuse the public. And I believe it's not a coincidence all this is coming out. I believe this is all strategically planned. But let's get to how this is all a big distraction, my friends. Come on. They're bringing up all this crap about Trump and Stormy Daniels and this and that, and he comes out, oh, I'm going to get arrested, he says last week, and you guys need to protest. He says, go out and protest, right? Remember what happened the last time Trump told his followers to go out and protest for him? We had that January 6th occurrence, right? And did you know that people still today who went and stormed the Capitol are still sitting in jail right now? People who went in there peacefully, they're still in jail right now. And do you know how many people Donald Trump has helped get out and stood up for them? 0. That's right. That was a false flag situation. Trump was in on it. They were all in on it. Okay, my friends? And now you could see they're trying to cause more chaos and more stuff. But luckily, a lot of people didn't fall for it. A lot of people didn't fall for it, but lots have. Lots have. There are thousands of people out there protesting, which is a joke to me that anybody would be going out there protesting, trying to stick up for the guy who claims himself to be the father of the thing they want you to get. Locked you guys down, but oh, he's going to save America. Oh, come on. We're going to expose that later, but let's get into the real reason all this arrest stuff is coming up, and it's called the distraction, my friends. It's called the psychological operation distraction. There's so much going on in the world right now. And Trump, see, this is why the NWO loves Trump so much and why he's one of their greatest weapons, because they could blast him all over the mainstream media, okay? CNN, MSNBC. And yeah, it seems like they're all against him. People say, oh, he must be good because they're against him. No, it's called divide and conquer. And it's a perfect distraction for the elites. Anytime they're doing something major, okay, to implement their agenda, They distract people with Trump. Oh, Trump said this, Trump said that. Now it's, oh, Trump is going to get arrested. Oh, Trump is telling people to go protest again. That's all these people, all the brainwashed people, that's all they could talk about. That's all on CNN, is what Trump's doing. Trump, Trump, Trump. Exactly what the NWO wants. But what's really going on right now? Who cares about Trump? We're literally having a banking crisis. These major banks are failing all over the United States, which is affecting banks in other countries. It's going to be a global banking crisis. It already is, my friends. Why? Because they're about to usher in a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, where everything's going to be tracked and traced, and it's going to bring in their social credit score, universal basic income agenda, along with the 15-minute cities. It's all coming. It's all here. And a matter of fact, they just announced last week that in July, they are launching the Federal Reserve's FedNow instant payment program. Take a look. That's right. So a lot of people are saying this FedNow thing is a precursor to the CBDC. It's going to be an instant payment system. And right now, I guess it's with the cash currency, but they plan on changing that to the CBDC. But they're getting you ready for it. And they're launching it in July. It is my prediction that by 2025 or sooner, the CBDC system will be in place. But for it to be in place and for people to accept it, they got to destroy the dollar and crash the banks. And they're all doing that right now. Okay? It's all happening. With the SVB bank failing, the Susi bank in Switzerland, all that. All of it's happening now. And it's starting to affect worldwide, globally. But guess what? All people can talk about and all they care about is Donald Trump. Oh, he's innocent. He didn't pay off Stormy Daniels. He didn't do that. Something from 7-8 years ago. As if anybody cares about 7-8 years ago, Stormy Daniels. Let me tell you guys something. Donald Trump will be president 2024. Why? Because he's part of the NWO agenda. He's their man, okay? Presidents are selected, not elected. That's the way it's always been, and it always will be. And a lot of people have been awake to that. That it's all fixed. All the elections are fixed. But then, unfortunately, lots of people in the truth community got fooled into thinking, oh, somehow, by the grace of God, Trump got in 2016, 2017, his term. Oh, somehow it wasn't fixed then. Oh, he just got, it was God. It was God. Yeah, it was God. God of this matrix, the reptilians. Yeah, it was fixed. It's all fixed. It was all part of the plan. It's called controlled opposition. Put a guy in there to tell you what you want to hear because they knew people were losing trust in the government and not supporting it. They saw through Obama by the end of his term. So that's what they do. They put in a puppet to tell you everything you want to hear, so you start trusting in them and start believing in the government again, so you go out and vote. What a shame. People were starting to lose faith in the government. They didn't want to vote anymore, and they were saying no more. They put Trump in there. Now you got millions of people going out to vote, putting their faith back in the government. Did Trump change anything? No, he didn't. He created the illusion of change. But at the end of the day, by the end of his term, guess what? He locked you guys down. He started Operation Warp Speed. And to this day, he stands by the thing, saying he saved millions of lives, said if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be that thing. There would be no, he takes full responsibility, and he says it hasn't harmed anybody, saved millions of lives. He got the booster. It's all lies, okay? They had that thing ready to go, and that sickness years in advance, okay? They had that ready to go. It wasn't, it just happened out of nowhere, and then because of Trump, within 9 months, usually it takes 10 to 15 years for a thing they want you to get. But Trump, he brags, I did it 9 months, 9 months. He's lying right there. We know they had that ready for years. He's going along with the NWO agenda. Yet, people in the truth community claim that they're truthers and that they're awake. Yet, they're going out there and supporting a man who takes full credit and has self-proclaimed himself the father of the thing they want you to get, and is lying to you directly for the biggest part of this NWO agenda. And you still think he's fighting the NWO? Why? Oh, because once in a while he comes out, like just last week, he did a video saying, I'm going to take on the deep state, I'm going to do that, I'm going to drain the swamp. Did he drain the swamp when he got in, my friends, in 2017? No, he added to the swamp. You got guys like Jared Kushner in there, the biggest Zionist around. You added John Bolton in there. Wilbur Ross was in his administration, a Rothschild executive, former Rothschild executive. Trump has been tied to the Rothschilds for over 25 years. They banked him, they bailed him out of bankruptcy in the 80s. That Steve Mnuchin guy who's a Skull and Bones member. Oh yeah, Trump drained the swamp. Oh, are you kidding me? Henry Kissinger, all that. He's connected to all of them. He didn't do nothing. But he told you what you wanted to hear. And now he's doing the same thing. History repeats itself. Trump is just out there telling you what you want to hear again. I'm gonna defeat the deep state. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. And everybody, oh. Meanwhile, he locked you down. And he came out with the thing you want. You get, and oh, people say, oh, but he let people have the choice. He didn't say it was mandated. He didn't do that, so he's good. No. He takes full credit. He takes full credit for that thing. Something that millions of people have died from. Something that he promoted and still promotes to this day, saying it's safe and effective. Telling his followers that they should get it. He did that. There's many clips of him saying that. So that means he's got blood on his hands, okay? And to defend him and say, well, at least you didn't mandate it. It's pathetic if you consider yourself awake at this point, still supporting somebody part of the beast system. And it's so obvious, and all it takes is a little bit of research to see what he actually did and to understand how this works, what controlled opposition is. All it takes is a little bit of research. You know what's going on in the United States right now is half to blame for Trump. Everybody wants to blame Biden right now for the inflation and all that crap that's going on. Everybody wants to blame Biden. It's Biden. Look at Trump did so. He got the economy booming. Trump was so perfect, right? And Biden comes in and it all goes to crap. It's all Biden's fault, right? My friends, Trump is every bit responsible for the inflation crisis right now than Biden is. And why is that? When Trump was in office, he spent trillions of dollars, okay, on the military. And then when the sickness happened, he signed the sickness relief bill, okay? And all in all, he spent trillions of dollars in his term. What happens when trillions of dollars is spent? Inflation. Now, don't get me wrong. Biden came in and started spending like a madman as well. So Biden's responsible too. But so is Trump. Equally. The inflation's so bad right now because of all that spending. Okay? It was worse than Obama, what Trump spent. Okay? So you can't blame Biden for it all. Trump is every bit to blame, but that's what the they want you to start blaming Biden. It's perfect psychological operation. Perfect psychological operation. And you know what? Even these high-level satanic NWO elitists even admit Trump is part of the plan. You guys know that Satanist Marina Abramović, I think her name is? That's right. She's a high-class Satanist. Friends with Jacob Rothschild. Take a look. That's right. She's into the spirit cooking and the Lester Crowley stuff. You know, all the stuff with the pizza and all that. All there. And she's admitted herself that they love Trump. Take a look.
It's the best thing happened ever to us. That he is the magician of the highest order. That he is there in his irrational mind to create confusion in order that the human being can find new order. And you know, it's not so stupid thinking about this in that way. It's completely turning things upside down. Because since Trump is around, things are changing. Because we are waking up.
Thank you very much. Henry Kissinger has been a friend of mine. I've liked him, I've respected him, but we've been friends for a long time, long before my emergence in the world of politics. But we got to know each other very well. He's a man I have great respect for. It's an honor to have Dr. Kissinger with us, a man of immense talent and experience and knowledge. So you may want to say something, and thank you for being here, Henry. Thank you very much.
I'm here at a moment when the opportunity to build a constructive, peaceful world order is very great.
That actually the best thing happened in this planet right now is the Trump to be the president. Because he's so irrational, he's so crazy, that's actually create that awakening, that we finally wake up. Because before it will be another guy and everything looks similar, but he's so different than anything else. So he's the magician who waking us up.
That's right, my friends. As you can see, Trump is a valuable asset to this agenda. And it's very disappointing for me. And I've been losing a lot of hope lately because I really thought, and it is kind of true, but that there's a great awakening happening in the world right now, which there is to a certain extent. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people who used to be big Trump supporters, like myself, have woken up. And there are more people who see through it, but not enough. Because Trump released his video last week saying that he's going to, or a few days ago even, saying that he's going to take on the deep state and this and that. And I read the comment section, and not a single negative comment. Everybody, you got my vote. I'm voting for you in 2024. Oh, thank goodness he's going to do something. Oh. And then I'm just like, what happened to the Great Awakening? If it was anybody else going out there, any other president, saying, I'm the father of the thing they want you to get, it's safe and effective, it's this and that, y'all would be exposing him. Y'all would be so upset with him. But Trump, just because he says a few things that you like, we're going to forget about all that stuff, how he locked us down, and how he takes full credit for that. Nope, he's going to save us. How is he going to save you from the deep state when he enforces the deep state, launches Operation Warp Speed? To this day, will not say a bad thing about that thing, but he's going to save you and stop the NWO? He couldn't stop it in 2020, could he? No, he enforced it, but yet he's going to come save you. What's it going to take for you to wake up? And I'm not saying this to all my followers. I'm saying to the followers and the people watching this who still support Trump. Like, what doesn't click in your head? I don't get it. And I love you guys. I don't want you to be upset with me. This isn't a personal attack. I'm just frustrated because I see us already in the NWO. And it is vital at this point, vital that we wake up and we stop supporting their system. Because as long as we keep supporting the government, which is what you're doing when you go in to vote in 2024 or whatever, and you're voting for Trump, you're supporting the NWO system. They rely on you to keep voting. What would happen if hundreds of millions of people just didn't show up to vote? The whole system would be done. That's what needs to happen. But people are still falling for it. Coming from a guy who's buddies with Epstein. That's right. Did you know in Ghislaine Maxwell's court trial that it came out in the court documents that Trump was on Epstein's plane over 7 times over the course of 10 years or something like that. And this is factual stuff that comes out in a court of law. Okay? He was a frequent flyer on the plane for many years. Now, you take anybody else, whether it be Bill Gates or Bill Clinton or whatever, and that information would come out. Every truther would be, oh, they knew, they're lying. If they said they didn't know, they're lying. He knew, there's no way they couldn't know. They're PEDOS, they're this and that. Oh, but if it's Trump, a guy who was friends with him for years and years, went on his plane frequently, oh, he didn't know. Everybody else knew. Everybody else knew who knew Jeffrey. But Trump didn't. He was innocent. He didn't know. He was just friend. He had no idea. Oh, no, he's innocent. Why? Oh, because he says he's against the deep state. Come on. Oh, it's smashing my head at this point. And they say, oh, well, Trump came out and spoke out against Jeffrey when it all came out. He was the only person who went and cooperated. Well, that's true. Maybe he was saving his own tail, though, A lot of times criminals will do that, try to make themselves not look like they're involved. And it's funny because a lot of these people in the truth community will sit there and they'll deny everything about Trump, even though there's factual evidence, pictures of him with the man, factual evidence that he was on the plane and all that. But then you guys will go out there and talk crap about all these celebrities like Jim Carrey. Say they're making these wild claims that they're PEDOS and they were at the island and all that. Yeah, you guys do that. Not all of you, but a lot of you do. And what are you basing that off? Zero facts. People are basing that off memes that are going around Facebook, but you haven't read the actual court documents. You haven't even done research to understand that the client list has not been released yet. And those lists are fake. Lots of those lists will say Eminem was there, Lady Gaga, Jay-Z. So you're telling me on the client list that hasn't even been released yet, but something you saw on Facebook, that on these official documents it says Jay-Z was there. Guess what? Jay-Z is not his name. Eminem is not his name. So when they went there, they went sign themselves as Jay-Z. No, Sean Carter, Marshall Masters, that's their name. And that's not on the list you guys are showing. So that shows it's fake. They're not using their stage names. Fake lists with zero evidence. Only thing that's been released are the flight logs and what was in his book. And in his little black book isn't even direct evidence that they were involved with what happened. It just means that was his list of contacts. And guess what? Jim Carrey was never in the flight logs that were released through the court documents. Wasn't released in the little black book. A lot of these people you see on these Facebook memes have no connection to him. Some were in the black book. Like I believe Mick Jagger was in there, And some of these people, very few, like Bill Clinton, yes, they were in the black book and the flight logs. But a lot of them, like Jim Carrey, no. And I'm not sitting here saying Jim Carrey is innocent and not part of any of that stuff, no. But I'm not going to sit there and accuse him when there's zero evidence of it. And that's why he's suing somebody right now, because he's fed up with it too. Some people making these claims about him, and he's actually suing them now. How would you feel if somebody said you were connected to that guy when there's zero evidence of it because a meme said? So my point is, you got, and when I say you guys, I'm not saying everybody watching. I know not everybody's doing this. I'm talking to the people who do this stuff. But a lot of these people will sit here and accuse innocent people when there's no factual evidence. But then there is factual evidence that Donald Trump was connected, was on the plane. Factual evidence in a court of law. And y'all just ignore that and say, no, not him. He didn't know. He didn't know. No, He's gonna save us from the NWO. He's playing 5D chess, they say. Trust the plan. Meanwhile, the world has never been worse, my friends. And it's just going to continue getting worse and worse. And they're going to continue using Donald as their secret weapon to enforce this NWO agenda. It's going well for the elites when it comes to that, because people are buying into it still. So, like I said, this is not a personal attack on you if you're still watching and you're a supporter of Donald still. Not a personal attack. I love you. I love everybody. But it's more of a wake-up call. We need everybody to be awake at this point and stop falling in to controlled opposition and the tactics of the NWO. They know what they're doing. They know people are waking up, so they put in their operatives like Trump and Elon Musk and Russell Brand and this, that, to tell you what you want to hear while pushing their agenda forward and distracting you from what's really going on, okay? And that is like the reptilian harvest and the Nibiru event that's approaching and the redos that we keep experiencing. That's what's really going on. They want you too concerned about politics and this and that. Time to wake up, my friends. That's it for today's video. If you enjoy my videos and want more content, join my Patreon. Links are down below. We got exclusive content there. You can buy me a coffee, a one-time donation. The link to that is down below too. I appreciate any support, but just make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, my friends. Stay tuned. I got a Palladian message coming up next. Till next time, Lionel, signing off.